Hello good yo-yo people, I'm Nate and this is Let's Talk Yo-Yo. Today I have a review for you. This is my review of the Loonie by Rain City Skills. Alright, this is the in the hand section. What does it actually feel like in the hand? That is crucial for a yo-yo like this. A micro yo-yo, not even a pocket yo-yo. This is a micro yo-yo. For those who are unfamiliar with Rain City Skills, I won't go into too much detail here because you can check out their website, but they are a Canadian company, and so this Loonie is named after their Canadian $1 coin. But one of the things that's really cool about Rain City is their packaging. They include a lot of extra cool things with their yo-yos often, and one of the things I thought was kind of funny, because it's a coin or named after a coin, it does come with a little change purse so it came in here. Actually a pretty decent little pouch for keeping it in there, so you could put this in your bag or what have you. You could probably fit a little larger yo-yo in there. Probably not like a full-size yo-yo, probably stretch a little bit too much over time, but it's perfect for this one. And it has a little pocket here, and actually in there was also one of these chocolate coins, which I plan on eating. I don't know how I haven't eaten it yet. Anyways, but also a sticker, which is on my yo-yo case already. It also comes with some of their string, and this string in particular, I think it's called the Sun Shower string, and it's a little bit thinner than your average string, which works really well for this micro yo-yo, I think. I have not actually tested with any other string. I've found this to be really working very well, so I've kept it in there, and it's pretty durable. I've had this on here for a couple weeks, and I haven't changed this string, and not a lot of fray, so it's good string. It's brass. I don't have any brass yo-yos. Oftentimes with a micro yo-yo like this, they oftentimes tend to be really just unstable, and so that brass is really a perfect metal for making a micro yo-yo, because it's not gonna feel like it's completely unstable, as well as not feeling like a brick as well. So it's a really nice balance between that, because, you know, it's so small in diameter that it can very easily feel like a brick. The other thing that's kind of classic before we take it apart here is you see on all of Rain City Skills, they have this Lego adaptable hub. And so you can put on any Lego that you want. In fact, they sell separately a pack where you can get like a finger spin type hub for it. These little plastic little domes that go over that are Lego pieces, and you can click them on there. They fit perfectly in there. They just barely fit from what I've seen pictures on. It's perfect, so you can do a little mini finger spin. I actually went to the Lego store here locally to try to find some, couldn't find it. But anyways, pretty cool. So you have that option too if you're ordering this through their website. It's a real cheap add-on, so definitely do that. And I think there's a glow mod as well, glow stick mod. It's pretty cool. That's one of the things cool about Rain City. They're just they think outside the box a little bit, and they make sure that their yo-yos are really fun. And a lot of the packaging that goes into them is really fun. I guess this be an organic shape. It's really kind of hard to make any specific shapes when you're doing micro, right? But taking it apart, you can kind of feel the heft on it. It's not so heavy that but it just kind of has a different weight to it because of that brass. Anyways, so the bearing is an A-size bearing. It's a concave bearing, and so spins well. It's really nice and quiet, and it's a perfect fit for that. The goal really here was to create a micro yo-yo that could really kind of be pushed a little bit more than the average micro yo-yo. I wanted to compare it to a few things. Other small yo-yos I have. The smallest yo-yo I currently have in my collection, I think, other than this one, is the Little Evil 2, which was a collab between H-Spin and Yo-Yo Zekio. And so there you go. That's the smallest, right? And then if you have something like a Dingo, for instance, that's what we're talking about here. All right, you can fit that right inside the hub perfectly. There's very little wiggle room there. So just as a comparison, so it's small. I have the full specs in the description box here, but man, it's very small. In fact, it's so small, I had kept it in my watch pocket, you know what I'm talking about? In your jeans, you have that little tiny pocket in the top there. I kept it in there for like well over a week, and I didn't even notice it. I had chapstick in there as well next to it, and it was no problem. Sitting down, no problem. So it really is a perfect yo-yo to just kind of take everywhere you want. and you're not even gonna notice it in your pocket. All right, that's it for the in the hand section. Let's go actually play it and see how it stands up to some modern tricks, all right? Say hi. This little girl here has been enjoying the yo-yo. Every time I bust out a yo-yo now, she's like climbing up my leg to get it. So that's fun. That's a new challenge. So any other cat people out there have a little challenge like that. She doesn't seem to be deterred. She got whapped with it once on the nose, not super hard, but you would think that would kind of deter her from trying to get it again, but she doesn't, you know, she doesn't care. All right, so the Loonie. It's a lot of fun. It's really fun. I mean, honestly, instantly sort of like just fun factor, you know? And maybe, and it really does come down to its size, you know? We'll do a couple string wraps first off, which really aren't bad. You know, I do a lot of these like sort of side binds like that. They kind of slip a little bit. I would suggest doing more of a more conservative bind, because it's just gonna be more consistent. One thing you're gonna notice with a micro yo-yo is you're probably gonna get a few more bearing, you know, knots. You know, when you're binding, it's very easy to kind of slip over that edge a little bit more because of the small diameter on it. Gyroscopic flops are fun, and that center track bearing is going to be really nice for that as well. So I'm not really finding a lot of problems with stability. Let's go ahead and do some regens. Yeah, I mean, have to be really careful with that, but it actually doesn't really vibe on regens. It's very smooth. Speaking of, let's go ahead and just test that real quick. It's really smooth. I mean, I wouldn't expect that from a micro yo-yo, like to be dead smooth like that, but it's very, very smooth. And it's a metal that I'm not really used to on a yo-yo, so I wasn't sure what to expect as far as brass. Yeah, it's really smooth. A little bit of a lip there, but there's no way I'm getting my thumb in there. I can kind of feel it. Let's see if we can kind of... Okay, all right. If I pull it up like that, popping it up is not an option. Pinky IRG? A pinky grind, maybe? I don't know. There we go. Yes, I got 3. It is challenging to hit that because you really have to keep that good form, you know, whenever you're first learning, hitting it closer to your hand, you know, which on wider yo-yos, you kind of have a little bit of a handicap with that. It's not really gonna do grinds really well because it's not blasted. It's just kind of a machine finish. The weight's not really bad on it. It really doesn't feel like a brick for me. Let's go ahead and try to throw black hops with it and see how it does for something like that. Tricks like that are really fun on micro yo-yos like this. Let's see. All right. That's gonna have to be good enough, I think. All right, let's try one more time here. Okay, fail. All right, it is not easy, but tricks like that, I mean, practice those things on a yo-yo like this, and you pick up a full-size yo-yo and you have no problem. So man, I actually really want to see someone do a trick ladder competition with this yo-yo. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, the Loonie it's all about fun, and it's really cool. I think this is a really cool addition to Rain City's toys right now and their skill line. And I think it's a cool addition to the micro yo-yo. I haven't seen a good micro yo-yo for a long time, and this might be one of the best. And so I like the fact that it's brass. I like that they tried to do something a little bit different by creating a little bit more stable yo-yo that was micro as well. And of course the fun factor that you can put, you know, you can put Lego pieces on it and things like that just makes this a really cool, really interesting yo-yo. And it's a really good price point. Definitely worth picking up, at least one. Somebody want to do 3A with this? I want to see somebody do 3A with one of these. Anyways, or man, you could do 5A with it and the counterweight would be the same size pretty much. There's all kinds of really fun potential for this yo-yo. So anyways, that's gonna do it for my review of the Loonie by Rain City Skills, and as usual, good day, good yo-yo.